Hello everyone and welcome to another Fallout 76 camp build video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build simple home additions. Basically just additions and simple ones that make a simple house like this one look more interesting. This video is geared more towards brand new players who are just starting out and building their first camps, but these ideas will work with pretty much any camp, so seasoned players can do this as well. Or, people who might even just want to build a small camp as well. They will work on large camps. It's just mostly a way to make small camps like this one more interesting. Anyways, before I get started, I would like to give a quick shout out to one of my patrons over on Patreon, Blue2077. Thank you so much for helping to support my channel. I appreciate you a lot. And you know it. Alright, let's get on with this. So, I'm going to start with just a basic 2x2 house. I didn't figure I needed to show you how to build one of these because everybody knows how to build one of these. I did decorate it just because I was using it as my own personal camp for a little while. So, now since this build is geared more toward beginners, just keep in mind that a lot of the items that you see in here, you will not have access to right out of the vault, like this table, this bed, some of these things, the flag. You have to unlock these items with plans that you find in the world. So, and some of these are Atom Shop items, like all of the plushies and the flowers. So anyway, yeah, keep that in mind. This is decorated for my personal use, not as an example of a starter camp. Anyway, so let's get started. Now the first addition that I'm going to show you how to build is one that I have put in several of my builds already. So if you've seen this already before, I apologize, and you may skip to the next addition if you want. I'm going to be building 4 total additions on this house. So I'm just going to get this one out of the way first, but if you, I figured I should still show people how to build it in case this is the first video of mine that you're seeing. And if this is the first video of mine that you're seeing, then welcome to my channel, and I hope you check out some of my other build videos as well. Alright, so I'm going to be making a porch on the front of this, and a simple porch can go a long way to making a building look more interesting. So first put down a floor. And you can make it a wraparound porch if you want, but in this case I'm going to make it just a front porch because I'm going to be putting additions on the other sides. And then go over to stairs. Now, also, I will have you know that all of these additions that I'm making are doable right out of the vault. You don't have to buy plans or find plans in order to do any of these additions. Just so you know. Some of the items that I've been putting into the additions you might need plans for, but mostly you don't. Okay, so get a stair and then go over to floors and get the half-size floor and stick it on the stair like that, and then stick another one like this. And then go back to stairs and scroll down and get the long post. I put it right there in the corner where the two intersect each other. And then you can get rid of the floors. And what that does is it just places, in case you don't know this, it just places the post on the actual corner rather than on the default snap point. The default snap point is right here. And so then it looks silly. So what this does is just, it forces it to go into the default corner. Now, if you blueprint a house with these posts installed like this, it will not include these in the blueprint because it doesn't consider them as part of the structure since they're not snapped. So if you blueprint a house like that has posts placed this way, you need to select them independently of the house. Just keep that in mind. Here, let me get rid of that so it's not in the way. And a lot of the additions that I'm going to be showing you involve this process too. And it's very simple, easy to do. So just store those. If I mean, well, oops, not the stairs. I didn't put one on this side. And then one more. And then store that. Okay. So now you got your 3 porch posts ready to go. So then we need to put on the roof of the porch. And to do that, you have to remove your wall, the roof above where you're going to start, and this bit here. And so, you could add the posts and the porch roof before you add your main roof if you're building this from scratch. But if you've already built your house, you can just remove those things. It's not a big deal. So put your the roof on so that the side with the board on it is facing out. I think it just looks better that way. Snap it in right there, and then you can snap another one to it, and then like so. Then you can remove that and put your main roof back. And the wall bit. And your door. Oops. Go in. There you go. Okay, and that is the finished house. And of course you can add steps if you want around it. You could add railings if you want. Just so that you know, when you put the posts on the corners like this, the small railings that are in the defenses tab, not the small ones, the long ones, will actually snap on. Whereas if you put the posts on the actual spots where they snap naturally, then those railings will not go on. So that's another cool reason why to put them on the actual corners. All right, so that is the first addition, to just make your house look more interesting. Now, instead of looking like a little shack that's just boring, it looks like a little hunter's cabin or something like that. All right, so now we need to power this place up. So let's build a generator shed on the back. And this is what I'm showing you here today is what I do for my new characters. Whenever I build a new character, I build this house for them. And a new player right off the bat, right out of the vault, will not have access to a fusion generator. So I'm going to be using a medium generator and 2 small ones. Get a half-sized wall and put it here, and then get a slanted roof and put it on like this. And I told you, these are simple additions. So let's see, generators. Get a medium generator. A medium generator will fit in here, a large one will not, and neither will a fusion generator. Just keep that in mind. So put the medium generator as close to the edge as you can. Yeah. It might actually be easier to put it in before you put the roof on. Usually is, with any kind of generators actually, so another thing to keep in mind. You might be able to fit 2 of these in here, probably not though. No, you can't. So just, I use a medium generator and 2 small ones. That will be enough to power up any water purifiers plus shops that you want to put in. Connect these guys together with each other. There. Then you can put the roof back on. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, no you can't. So let's remove the big one. I can get it in there with the, you can get it in there with the roof on. It's just a little bit more finicky. But if you can't put the roof on with it in, then you definitely have to do it this way. You'll just have to fiddle with it a little bit. And there it goes. That's fine. Okay, attach it to the small ones. There. Then get, where are they? Defenses. Get the railings and just snap the railing on there. Oh, the generator is too close to the edge, so let's move it in a little farther. There we go. And then snap the railing on. No, still too close to the edge. Yeah, it definitely is. Alright, let's move these guys out a little bit. Not too far though, because you don't want them to collide with the railing when you put it on that side either, so. They will all fit eventually. There it goes. Snap it in, and snap one on that side. And that is my simple generator shed lean-to thingy. Okay? Now the reason I put a railing here instead of a wall is because you can't have a wall with a door in it, a short wall with a door. Now if you don't care about seeing your generators, you can put a short wall in. Oops, I'm getting a nothing is selected bug. There we go. You can put a short wall in and just completely close it in like that. Nothing can see your generator, nothing can attack your generator, but, and you know, that's just a personal preference thing. I prefer to have it showing because I like to, you know, I like to role play when I can. And in real life, you would want to have access to your generators and not completely enclose them in a room where you can't reach them. Because in real life, you'd have to add fuel and make repairs and whatever like that. So that just makes it reachable. But yeah, for the game purposes, you don't need to have access to your generators unless you're to fix them if they get damaged. In which case, you just take your wall off. But anyway, that is definitely a personal preference. So I'll let you guys decide what you like in that regard. To wire it up, place a conduit up here on the top. I said place a conduit here on the top. Okay, I'm getting the bug again. Where it won't place conduits. Okay, move it down a little bit maybe. There it goes. Okay, then place one on the corner here so that it's going around the corner. Like that, and then place one over here. You don't even need to place it that far over. Probably halfway would work. Actually, place it down a little bit like that so it's not right on the top of the wall because we're going to be adding an addition over here and I don't want it to get any interference. And then you can just wire it up. And that is all it takes to wire up this little house. Alright, and I am getting some sunset going on here, so I'm going to switch servers so I can show you the remaining 2 additions. Alright, that's better. Some more daylight. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to build the 3rd edition. And this one's going to be a place for your water purifiers. Now you don't need to put your water purifiers in an edition like this. You can just place them any old place you want, and that is completely fine. But to make it more interesting, we are going to be doing putting them sort of in their own little lean-to, not really a lean-to, but a shed sort of thing. All right, the first thing we need is a floor. And you'll want to put it right here on the edge next to your, well, right here will work too. There. And then get the stairs, and we're going to do the same principle as the porch by putting by putting the posts on the corners. Although this one isn't going to have a porch, it's not going to have a floor on it. We're just putting the posts in, not the floor. So put a post in there, take it off, and then move this forward like that. Put it in again. Like that. Then you can take the stair off and take the floor off. And now you've got two posts floating, but of course we don't want them to float, so get the small post and put it underneath. And now sometimes the small posts won't go in, and that may be because there's a rock in the way that won't bulldoze, or some other reason. Maybe the post, the tall post is too low to the ground and it doesn't give the small one a chance to get underneath. You know, there might be numerous reasons why the small ones won't go in, and if that is the case, you know, you just got to figure out what's causing it, and then you'll be able to fix it, maybe. You might have to reposition your house in order to get that in, but that would be, you know, up to you to decide if you want to do that or not. All right, next, get your generator, your water purifier. And we're going to stick the water purifiers in next to each other right here. Get them down as low as they can go. It just works better if they're as low as they can go. Put the first one as close to the house as it'll go. Like that. Oh, and it's just a tip. Sometimes when you place a generator for the first time, and then you don't like its positioning, if you try to move it again, it won't place back down in the same spot. See how this one, it won't let me place it. It'll let me place it over here, but not right in the same spot. So if I got it crooked initially, and I wanted to fix it, I would have to store it and then put it back down, because then it'll place. Just a quick tip about placing water purifiers. Okay. This one's being finicky here. I just want to push it out away from me so I can see what I'm doing. There. It might be difficult to place this one just because of the posts being there, but you should be able to do it. You should be able to get it. And put them as close together as you can. There we go. That's perfect. Alright, now we're going to take off this piece and the wall above it. I mean the roof, sorry. The roof above it, and then add in the flat roof, and we're going to be doing the same thing as the porch. See? And it connects everything nicely together. And then remove that one. And then you can put back in your slanted roof and the wall. Very, very simple. And then to further make this look good, go to your defenses and get the fence. Sorry, my phone rang. Get the fence like this and get it as close as you can to the post and your house. You should be able to get it pretty much touching. Now on this side, that will probably be not possible, at least not facing this direction. But usually with these fences, if it won't go in one way, just turn it around and it will probably be able to go in the other way. That's not 100% true, but there's a pretty good chance that it will go in backwards if it doesn't go in frontwards. See? And you know, you want to work to get it as straight as you can. This one's not perfect, but for demonstration purposes, I think that's good enough. And then on the front, you could put just another one of these, but I like to put a gate just for immersion purposes. And again, it will probably not go in close to it, and you might have to switch it around. But in fact, switching around might be ideal because, although this one doesn't look like it's going to want to switch around. Although, when I first built this, usually other times I build this, it will go in backwards. You actually kind of want it to go in backwards in this case, but just because of the direction that the gate opens. So as you can see, it's not in backwards, it's actually fitting in just right, but it will clip into your water purifier. So it's better if you put it on backwards, so then the gate will open outwards. But for me, it's not wanting to go on backwards, although it usually will. So anyway, there it is. That is basically the water purifier edition, and it just kind of corrals your water purifiers. It also protects them a little bit and just makes it look a little bit more tidy. And of course, you can just draw power directly down from here to power them up, like so. And you can make this edition as big as you want. You can add a whole nother side to it and put 2 more purifiers in there. You could make it come out, you know, way over here, make it a 2x2 area. So you can put as many water purifiers in an edition like this as you want, or you could build in a similar way out even away from your house. So there's that one. All right, let us get on to the next edition. And it's the final one actually, but I will be doing 2 variations of it, so technically there's 2 more left. Now this one will be for shops. The player vendors, which are right here. These player vendors, which are unlocked from the start. You don't have to find plans for these. And again, it's going to be a simple, simple thing similar to the porch, although slightly different. We are going to put in a wall on the back. Make this one a door at the beginning. We will be changing it to a wall in the end. And then get your stairs to put posts in. Now, if you're going to put posts in, like for a porch, and if you're going to put a roof over the top, always put the posts in first and then put the roof on, because otherwise you'll have to take your roof off, or you'll need to add more floors and stuff to get around your roof, and it's just a pain in the neck. So just put your posts in first. So we'll just do quick posts here. And we're only going to be putting 2 posts in on this one. Just turn your stairs around for the second post. Like that. Because the house will be the support for the other side. And let me just turn on my Pip-Boy light, because under the shadow of this tree, it's a little bit dark here. All right, then you can go into roof and add a flat roof. Oh, first you got to take off. Oh, no, you don't. For this one, you don't have to take off the wall because we're snapping it to this wall instead. Like that. And that is basically it. I mean, it's extremely simple. Where is it? What am I looking for? Defenses. There we go. I do put a railing on this side just for aesthetic purposes. And then you can put some steps on the front, which in this case will also bulldoze those rocks away. Like that. And then you got to put the shop in. And I will show you how to power them up as well. So this will fit 2 shops comfortably. and it will also fit 4 if you really want to get them crammed in there. It'll fit 2 on the back like this, and then you could always fit some else in there, but you can always make it larger as well. You can add more floors, make it come all the way out here like this. You can add more roofs and then put them on the sides. So it's a really versatile addition. To power them up, get a simple power conduit, stick it about right there on the edge of the door, and then you can attach it to the shop through there. Attach it to your other conduit there, and then turn the door into a solid wall, and you have a nice tidy way to bring your wire through the wall. You don't have to have a window or anything, and you don't have to have conduits going every which way and wires stringing every which way. And then of course you can connect to these two, but you will only have with the medium generator and 2 small generators, you only have enough power to power 1 shop and the 2 water purifiers. So even if you connected these 2, this one would not be powered. However, you don't have to have them powered in order for them to show up. You just need 1 powered to show up on the map, and the stuff that's in your second one will still show up on the map with the first one. So you don't have to actually have all 4 powered. You only need 1 powered. All right, that is the main additions for this house. Now there is a second one that I'm going to build that's a version of the shops. So I'm going to show you quickly how to do that. Now this one isn't attached to the house. Maybe your house is in a place where you can't add an addition to it like that. Maybe there's not enough room, or maybe you just don't want your shops right next to your house. Maybe you want them a little ways away. So let's see, I'll put them over here or something. Yeah, I'll just put them right here. It doesn't really matter. This is just for the purpose of the demonstration. So we're going to make a quick shop outbuilding, I guess you could say, an outbuilding shop. So with its own generator. So we're going to put a door there, and then solid walls here and here. A solid wall here. Oh, it might go on. I didn't realize it was outside the build zone. Pardon me. I'll just move it down to this side. That's good. That's fine. There we go. All right. Walls there. Put a wall here, here, and then you're going to put your generators in this. So your medium generator. And if you want to power up, and you can do this with a fusion generator too, you just have to add a floor so that it'll fit. But for this purpose, I'm just going to, somebody's shooting my house. I've got, my house is right next to, just in case you're wondering where I'm at actually, that's Big Fred's Auto Repair, I think is what it's called. Or something like that. Fred's Auto Repair, I can't remember exactly what it's called. But sometimes the scorched come down from there and start shooting me. Whoops. So, alright. That should be... I'll show you on the map where I am actually, right here. Wilson Brothers Auto Repair. Okay, well I totally got the name wrong on that. I remembered it was an auto repair place. Anyway, I'm right next to there. The only reason why I picked this spot was because it was relatively flat and easy to do a demonstration in. But I probably wouldn't keep my main camp here all the time just because they do attack over here kind of frequently. Alright, what was I doing? Right, okay, so I'm just going to put in enough generator to power the shops. I'm not going to really worry about it for the demonstration, but you can put you know, as many generators as will fit in there, or you can make it larger to fit the fusion generator. Okay, then put the door on. Oh. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing as over there, basically. We're going to put 2 walls on the back. Like so. And then we're going to put posts on the corners. Like that. But for this one, I'm going to put a different roof on. I'm going to put this guy on there instead. And I'm going to face it. I get the one with the both sides are solid, and face it that way. And then get the one that has the open end on one side. And then flip it around like that. So it's slightly different. And on this terrain, we'll definitely need stairs because it's so high up. It just looks better. I know you don't really need stairs to get up, but I think it just looks better. And this on the end. Now to power up your vendor, just come up here and stick it in here. Don't have it like completely against the wall or it might not work. Turn this into either a door or a window. And then just attach it in. If it doesn't go onto the big one, like that one might attach if it was a window. Open the window. Try it. It still doesn't, so you can try attaching it to the small one. Still doesn't. Place it back as a door. Try it on the small one. There it goes. Just fiddle with it a little bit. You might even have to reposition your shop, but you should eventually get it to go in, and then turn it back to a wall, and you've got your shop powered up. And then you can add a door. Add a door to that. Nothing is selected. Ugh, that bug is really annoying. I hope they fix that. And that is another example of where you could put your shops separated from your main house. And I actually have that on an alternate character that I use off camera. I have this shop built and I have this house built with these additions, and it's one of my favorite camps that I have. Yeah, so anyway, you guys, that is basically the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some inspiration for how you can make simple additions to your little box house to make it more interesting, more unique, and to put your useful items combined with your house in a realistic sort of way. Anyway, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up as it helps out my channel a lot. And if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. It helps out my channel the same way. So all it does is tells me that you don't like the video for some reason, but it doesn't do any harm to my channel. So go ahead and give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Anyways, but if you did like it, subscribe to my channel, and I have lots more Fallout 76 build videos like this, and I also have a bunch of Let's Plays that are going on right now. I've got a Fallout 76 role play where I'm trying to role play in the game with a friend, and that's been really fun. So go check that out. And if you would like to help support my channel, there are links in the description to my Patreon and Ko-fi pages, as well as my merch shop. If you would like to buy some Wasteland Dovahkiin t-shirts or mugs or stickers or phone cases or whatever, you can do that following the links in the description, and my social media is down there as well. Anyways, you guys, that is going to be it for this video. Until next time, remember to play safe, play nice, and have fun. Bye, guys.